Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Constip and this is going to be part 14 of my Barbarian invasion campaign where I'm playing as the Sassanids. And in the last episode I did fight a confrontation outside of Caesarea here against the Eastern Romans. I wasn't really planning on, well, I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do with this really awesome army that I had just trained up. And then the Romans sort of made that decision for me by laying siege to Sinope. In fact, I think I still need to, retrain these guys up here. So let's get that done. I'm not going to be able to afford all of, am I going to be able to afford all of it? Yeah, we'll see. So next turn I can finish retraining that. And looks like, I mean, I'm curious to see. I don't think that they're strong enough to really, I mean, sure, this is a decent stack here. This is their best stack that they have left. And yes, there is 6 horse archers in here. Five horse archers. 6, yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of horse archers. And I can't really compete against that. With this army, I don't even have any desert archers. So I can't even, like, you know, out-duel those horse archers, which is what I would need those desert archers for. They are in this stack. Hopefully they can reinforce if I do get attacked here. Hopefully they're close enough to reinforce. But I don't know if they would attack. They might just try to back off because this isn't really a good fight for them. And in that case, I would just probably just lay siege to Caesarea with this stack here, the infantry stack. And then, yeah, take it easily. There's not much here. Sure, I would have to... What do they have? Large stone walls. Okay, tier 4s. Yeah, that's tough. That is difficult, and this army isn't very great for attacking a city, but there is 2 units of mercenary veterani here. So that is something, you know? And the desert archers themselves can actually do something as well. So I think I would be able to accomplish that. And then this army, while that is happening, either A, I can kind of screen out this army while it's in the area if it does back off, or B, it can kind of come down here and march on Sidon, perhaps, because I think that my economy is starting to slow down a little bit. It's starting to get constricted by all of the upkeep that I'm paying for this insane army, right? So that's going to be the idea there. In 2 turns, I can start training the Sogdians here in Hatra, so that's going to be nice. And then here in the north, I'm keeping an eye on the Roxolani. They have 3 units just right outside my border, and although they were just fighting brigands here, hopefully that's all they intended to do. If they cross the border, I would consider just bribing them just to make them go away, and then that would not actually start a war, which is kind of funny, but that is one way to sort of avoid a war. However, if that were the case, then I would be considering at that point... I would be considering to train a assassin here in Arsacia and then a spy somewhere else as well, and then bringing them up here to the Roxolani just to sort of disrupt them a little bit. You know, maybe damage some buildings with my assassin, maybe assassinate some people with my assassin as well. And just to, you know, my thoughts are something that I've sort of come to the conclusion of in my other 2 campaigns where I'm playing in this game, is that in these I don't know, what's the way to put it, these inactive fronts, I suppose, is that there should still be work being done to make sure that they either do not become active fronts, or B, when they do become active fronts, that the enemy is, you know, kind of messed up a little bit. And one way to do that is by using agents. And I think I made the mistake in my Julia campaign and my Egypt campaign, where I sort of went away from using agents because they are themselves expensive. And I felt like I just needed more and more and more soldiers on the field. And maybe I was right to do that. But maybe I was wrong, and that's just going to need to require more experience in this game to understand the differences, because although agents are expensive and they do have upkeep in this game, which is something that I'm still getting used to, you know, in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1, there was no upkeep for agents. And with that being said, though, still, the upkeep being paid for a handful of agents in a region that can potentially destabilize that region and maybe make it so that they can't really, provide any offensive power, that's still cheaper than an army or 2 armies. So that's kind of the thought there, is that, if an assassin can destroy some buildings, and then I know that by getting a certain number of spies, this isn't something that I've really done yet in my other 2 campaigns, but it's something that what I understand is that, you can use spies to cause unrest in a settlement, and then that can destabilize it and cause a rebellion, which is, I love that. So that's something that worked in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1, and I haven't done that here yet in this game, in the base game or the Barbarian Invasions. So that's something that I would like to do. So yeah, I think that if I can afford it in the next turn, I will do that. And hopefully taking Sidon will give my economy a little bit of a boost. How bad is it? How bad is it? Yeah, 3,700 next turn. Yeah, that's not that. It's a little chunk. It gives me a little bit of something to work with. Yeah, that's okay. And taking Caesarea should also, if I exterminate it, it's a large city, so I should get a nice little, yeah, I should get a bit of money for that, actually. Anyway, I think we're at the end of this turn, I think, maybe? Are we? Actually, I could maybe kill someone with you. I was thinking about bringing this assassin up north and just using him, but I feel like he should be more centrally located. I don't want to take you out of the picture. You should be here, where this is important. The assassin that I send up north can be someone that I just train up north. That's fine. So you keep killing diplomats, or maybe, I don't know, you're very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 eyeballs worth of experience. There's a general here. 1-star general. How much can I kill you? 54% chance. That's not bad. Oh no, I lost my assassin. No, come on. Oh man. I lost a 9 experience assassin. Oh, that's such a bummer. Darn, darn, darn. I wonder, should I have spied on you first? 75%. Oh, I already did it. And trait increase. Okay, so did I get information on him? Why? I thought that I spied on him. Wait, what is this? Okay, wait a minute. So that's my spy. I thought, okay, I'm very confused right now. I didn't know that this is how this worked. Spotted by subterfuge. It just shows, what is this telling me? I thought that when you spied on an army or a general, and you actually, clicked on it, and then you just got the information about that character, but I'm not getting any information about him, but I'm getting, all I'm being told is that my spy is spying on him? Is that all that's saying to me? I'm not really sure. I'm a little confused by that. I'm a little confused. Well, despite my confusion, we're going to keep moving on here. My taxes are looking all good, so I'm ready to end this turn and see if the Romans are going to... No, they're just going to stand there. Wow, they didn't do anything. I thought that maybe they would leave or attack or do something, but no, they just were like, we like this. We like this spot. We're going to hang out. Okay, you do you. You do you. You didn't move either. You're still there. Man, they're really unresponsive right now. Yeah, they're pretty proud of themselves for killing my assassin. They're like, yeah, we're fine. Bring it on, Sassanids. That's what they're saying. Well, you continue here to Demantha. And how are we looking? Yeah, 4,800 in the treasury. I don't know why that's more. And, yep, new family member. Oh, that's probably why. The upgraded mines are finished here in Salamis. Or no, that's not the entire reason. That's not... Yeah, that wouldn't make up for... 1,000 denarii. And war between the Western Romans and the Berbers. Okay. Salamis, are you guys going to be okay here? Should I recruit another peasant to keep you guys happy. Is that what I should do? Or should I, let's see, maybe get a Zoroastrian temple as another idea as well. What do you guys want? What do you need? Maybe just some basic sewers. That's not a bad idea. Trader, or do I just want more money? Yeah, getting more money always feels good. But if I could actually tax them more too, that would be nice. And to do that, I should have better public order. I mean, there's no corruption here, so I don't have to really focus on execution square. The sewers are cheap. They take 2 turns. Let's build those. It also feels good giving people sewers. Now this small army can move out from Hatra, and we can attack these guys. And they're going to retreat. You guys still, I think you're still in reinforcement range, so let's attack again. And we're just going to auto-resolve that. There we go.
Victory is ours, mighty one.
It is indeed. Now go back to Ctesiphon, and then you can get ready to go back to Hatra in the next turn. And then you guys both, let's see, were you just going to be brought to... Oh yeah, I think I was bringing you to Ctesiphon because of the academy there. Because otherwise, you're kind of a waste, dude. Yeah, my empire only demands the best, so we can't have any... We can't have any couch surfers here. No. No losers in my empire. So, speaking of losers, okay, that looks bigger, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks bigger. Damn. Shit. Yeah, it might be too late for me to bring in the agents, you know? Might just need an army. Damn. What's your story? I don't know anything about you. All I know is you have an awesome mustache. Alright, let's get a little bit closer here. Can we determine nothing? We can't determine anything about you. Really?
Yes, my liege.
God damn.
Speak with them at once.
Alliance? No, alliance would not be a good thing. That's what they say. Well, I have a general here. What can I recruit? I can recruit some mercenary equites at Veterani and some Allen horse archers, 2 of those. So those are some options. And then I have some guys here. So yeah, I suppose I just call. I think I have to call them in. At least.
My liege.
Move them down.
Onward.
Yeah, that's fine.
March.
So you move up.
Orders. Move out. Sire.
And then they can cover down as well, and then you guys cover down as well.
Orders. Forward.
Cool. And then I suppose I still do want... I think that's enough troops actually to beat that if it does, attack me. So let's get the assassin here in Arsacia. It's expensive. It is. 500 denarii is quite expensive. And then let's get the spy. I can't get a spy in Kotais. No, I can not. Let's get the spy here in Artaxata. And then those 2 guys can team up and do, take a look up here. See if we can kind of destabilize things. Might have to send up some more spies up there as well. We will have to see. Now this, I suppose, I guess I just want a fight here. It's a little awkward because... I want to attack with this army, but then will this army... They're kind of blocked. See, I think they're kind of blocked actually. Because if I move you here and then move you here, will you reinforce? I don't think so. Maybe you will. Let's give it a try.
Prepare for battle.
No reinforcement. I don't want to attempt a night attack because I do want to bring in that garrison. And I'm not too worried here. I know it's you know, there's some pretty decent stuff here. But, actually, shit, I just realized I do, oh man. I actually do want that second stack to fight because those desert archers are very nice. For their long range, they really can counter those enemy horse archers. Still, though, I think that it's worth, I mean, this army is insanely good, so let's give it a shot, eh?
The enemy are here. They are ready to meet their gods. Take up the sword and be ready when the moment comes to fight! Soldiers, prepare to defend yourselves!
Now, if I'm right about this, the reinforcements are going to be coming in from over here, that is, where Caesarea is. So I'm thinking that my elephants and my armored camel riders can come right on and defeat that group right away. And then that leaves the rest of my army, basically to hold off the enemy army until my elephants and armored camel riders can rejoin the fray. So that's going to be the idea there. So yeah, they're coming right on in.
Reinforcements, as if numbers mattered.
Let's go here, and then we're just going to be playing a delaying action here. So I got horse archers, Clibinari, and then horse archers are going to be up front. And then cataphracts can be just kind of hanging off in the back. And then the camels here and the general here. That looks okay. So yeah, they're going to be going heavy on their horse archers right on this side. And that makes me think I kind of do want to just bring my Clibinari. I mean, they're heavily armored, so they're kind of a decent counter against horse archers, I think, maybe. Alright, is this going to happen? Are we going to go on in? Oh my god. Yep. Go. Go, go, go. Go get the peasants. Go get the peasants. And go get the peasants. You guys go there, and then you guys go after the general. Yes, go. Go, yes. This is, oh my god, that looks so oh, this general, he made a mistake. So yeah, armored camel riders are going right on in, and they should be destroying that general pretty soon. Yeah, he should die. Yep, looks like he's dead. Or no, he's not dead, he's just running away. Oh, that's too bad. It's too bad he got away. Alright, let's get up here, and it looks like, are my guys, oh my god, did they already run on in? Jesus. Oh, my guys are just getting back, that's fine. Alright. Alright, let's get my guys up here, and they can start running, and yeah, so we're just skirmishing with their guys up here. Jesus, they already routed a Clibinari. Holy shit, wow. I thought that with their armor they would have held a bit better, but they did not. Okay. Alright, so yeah, get them up, and then get these camels up as well. Yeah, go here, and Jesus, yeah, they're just, let's turn around here and try to get claps on these guys, or here, I mean, I don't care which ones, really. And tell me you guys are running, please. They're not, of course, why would they be running? Why would they be running? Alright, on this side, let's see, can we catch these guys or no? Maybe not. And then here, same thing, we might not be able to catch them, no, just hang back. And here, maybe? Is that my guy? They're running away. Alright, perfect. Let's try to get them here. And then on this side, just turn around. Looks like we were routing that unit. And so we're getting some routes here. Turn around. Turn around, please. Perfect. Alright, get back here. So now their main army is starting to come on in. And we're well and truly disrupted, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Let's see, camels are going to be in 6. Alright, yeah, get you guys back, please, and thank you. And then you guys get back as well. Yeah, try to get back, guys. Please run. Please run. And are you guys gonna get back? Here, here, here. And you guys get up here. And elephants, please get up here as well. Alright, pretty messy start, but man, they're coming on in. Alright, mercenary Sarmatians. Yeah, go in and pile on in, see if you can help out there. I would hope that my guys could win that. Alright, so Legio Lanciari, so that unit counters like everything that I have. Can I bring in... Let's just bring in my cataphracts. And then elephants line up here. And you guys can run. Nope, you don't want to run? That's fine. Why run? Why run when you can walk? That's what I like to say. Alright, Clebenari, come up here, please. And you guys come up here. So what are you? Comita Tenseis. Comita Tenseis I feel like they could get hit by cataphracts? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Get back here, please. And then elephants. And let's see. Looks like they just got taken out by Pelum. Sending the cataphracts at the Comita Tenseis. I feel like that should go in our favor. And then Clebenari up here. Are they retreating? No, looks like they're just hanging out. Alright, Mercenary Veterani, so that my elephants can definitely take care of them. So come on in there and charge them. So we're killing Comita Tenseis there. And what is that? Comita Tenseis as well? Yeah, it's hard to tell. It kind of feels like they're not retreating. They're just backing up. All right. So elephants are killing here. Man, those Comita Tenseis are just holding. It's just crazy how strong they are. All right, general's chilling. Everyone's chilling. All right, let's try to get reorganized here. Clebenari up front. Horse archers to the left. Horse archers to the right. Cataphracts, you are right there, and you can get back here. Armored camel riders form up right here. Elephants here, and then camel raiders here, and then general hang out. All right, let's just get formed up. They've taken a little breather. Now it's our turn. What I am now thinking is I would like to spend the time actually to get around them and to position myself up here to give myself a bit of a high ground. I think that would be best to take that time. I know it's going to take a little time to do it, but that's okay. So let's just reposition, and they might not want to let us, which would be smart, but that's fine. We can just come around here. And something, so I was having a discussion about my challenges of getting people to run in this game. And that's something that I've been asking about quite a bit, actually. And I haven't gotten back much of a response up until recently. And so I just wanted, thank the person. I know I've thanked them before, but I'll just to say thank you again for responding. Because, after some time I was starting to feel like I was going crazy. I was like, oh my god, am I the only one having issues getting people to run in this game? It's really infuriating, it's just very, very infuriating. And one of the things that was talked about was how the groups, like using groups, might be one of the things that causes issues. Which isn't, really the answer that I want to hear, but because I use groups all the time. But it's something that I have observed myself. It's something that I have sort of thought as well. I've considered that, thinking that when you tell a group to do something and then one of the units has to run to get to that position, but the other unit just has to walk to get there, like they have to kind of match their speeds depending on, where they're going. And I think that can kind of cause a little mix-up of what the command is supposed to be. I don't know if I'm really explaining this well, but I think that the groups do. It's a feeling that I've had before, and it's something that seems to have been confirmed by this person that I was talking to, this viewer that I was talking to. And so that makes the problem with this is that then I go, then what's the solve? If that's the problem, well, okay, then what do I do about this? How do I have to learn to command my armies in a way that makes sense, that makes, the whole point of using the command groups for me, when I going back to Shogun 1, I was learning how to play PC games as a, like 35-year-old or however old I was, 33-year-old. I was learning how to play. I've never played mouse and keyboard games before, ever. Always used controller, always been a console boy. So I needed to learn how to play games in a way that was simple, in a way that simplified things, and that's why I learned all the hotkeys, and that's why I learned control groups and all that stuff, because, I don't know, for some of you guys that were just kind of like raised on PC, maybe you're fast enough to where like you don't need to do it this way, but I needed to do it the dumb way. I had to do it the way that, man, it feels like the music is very loud. Is it very loud, or is my audio off in this episode? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I'm yelling right now. But that's why I learned how to play Total War games in this way, is because I needed to make it. I needed to make commanding 20 units, or 16 units in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1 as easy and simple as possible. I don't think that the key to efficient maneuver is by advanced tactics and really complicated systems. I think that simplicity is best, and I think that it's more about, terrain. It's simple things, right? Terrain, matchups, in a sense, psychology, but even for AI, you can say psychology of like pulling them out of certain places and knowing how they're going to react. It's kind of that simple stuff. The control should not be the hard part. The control should be easy as possible. Okay? So that's kind of where I, come to these. That's why I learned how to use the groups, right? Looks like they're starting to skirmish with me a little bit again. And I feel like, in this case, I have the height advantage at this point, so we will see what they want to do about this. We can start to advance on them. The problem though is that if I'm having issues directly linked to me not being able to control the speeds of my units, and if the groups are having an issue, like causing that to happen, then I might have to think of a new way of playing this game. I might have to think that using control groups, for instance, in my this isn't a good example because this is a weird army. This is a all cav army. But for my main armies, I have a center group of archers and spears and whatever other central units that I have, general, dogs, artillery, stuff like that. And they typically all get commanded and moved together as one unit. And the point of that construction is that that position is supposed to be somewhat self-sufficient in that they can deal with ranged threats, mobile threats, and infantry threats all at once. And therefore, I ideally don't have to micromanage that unit very often because I'm too busy on the flanks using the units that are fast and need to be, microed a little bit better. That's why I do that. So the thought then is, if it's the unit groups that's causing these like speed issues that I'm, the run command issues that I'm having, then maybe what I do is I keep that grouping for that central group, because again, the idea there is to not really have to go too heavy on microwaving that group. But the stuff that I need to listen to me and that I really need to move quickly, maybe the idea then is to have that stuff not grouped. I don't like that. I really don't like that, but maybe that's the answer, is to not group that stuff. All right, we got Commander Tenseis and Limitani coming on in. I don't really like that because those are spears that are right there and they're throwing stuff at my Klibanari, which I don't like either. But I do have these cataphracts, and even though, yeah, they're like cavalry, but let's get these camels, throw it in here. Maybe I can move the Clibinari back. And yeah, there we go. Limitani break right away, and Communicensis break as well. Perfect. There we go. So it's fine. We can run those units down now. And then cataphracts. You guys just get back. You guys get back. I did not need you after all. Ooh, Imperial Household. There we go. That's what the camels are for. Yes, there we go. Yeah, armored camel riders, kill that general, please and thank you. What do we have here? Legio Lanciari. Yeah, that's good. See, that's a really good spear unit. So I want everyone shooting at him. Man, we can't kill any generals in this. There we go. There's a general killed. All right. I was for a while there. I was like, man, we can't kill any generals here. All right, let's kind of come down here. And so those are archers. Yeah, a lot of freaking horse archers left. They're going to be very annoying. Well, let's just focus on getting rid of the supporting elements for now. So, for instance, man, they've broken my armored camel riders, eh? Yeah, turn around. See, the Legio Lanciari are going to run away, so let's get them while they're running away. And it looks like the rest of it's running away as well, so let's chase if we can. I doubt we're going to be able to catch much because, like, this is all... Yeah, let's get, like, the archers, Legio Lanciari, you know, are those peasants? More archers. Yeah, all that cav is going to get away, but if we can get these archer units, get you, and then, yep, run please. Run please. Oh, shit. Okay, I just remembered. Okay, I switched the... Yeah, that... So after all that complaining about people not running and stuff, I realized that I just switched my hotkey for a run in the Grand Campaign just recently to try to make it easier for me to make these commands, and that I didn't actually make that. I realized that Barbarian Invasion operates under like a completely different load basically, so I have to switch the hotkey for that. Oh yeah, okay. Man, I just spent like 15 minutes talking about the run command, and it's still relevant for sure. It's still relevant, but a lot of the issues that I was having earlier on in this battle have to do with the fact that I didn't switch my hotkey over in Barbarian Invasion, and yeah, my bad. All right, well, still, let's finish running down those Legio Lanciari, and yeah, I was like, why is this happening? Yeah, it's because of that. Yeah, run down, you guys. And how'd we do? 79% killed, so that's probably not going to be enough to make this army go away, which is unfortunate, but at least I killed the general, and I did kill most of them, and then I killed most of the garrison as well, and we did lose 200 men. Gosh, it feels like we lost more, but I guess the numbers are just, you know, different for all cav armies. So how are we looking here? So yeah, the horse archers are inside. It's not too bad, really. It's not too bad. So him, can you place it? You can, perfect. Yes, let's do a sapping point and some siege towers. And that should be good. Maintain a siege. It would last for 9 turns. And then we're going to get you back to Antioch and get you to be retrained. Retinue expands. So you have Galloper, +1 command when attacking. Okay, perfect. I didn't think he had any more room for traits or ancillaries at this point. He's already the best general in the world. Excellent. All right, that feels good. Clearing that up. And now, I think, do I train soldiers? Because this is going to be, I'm going to be training those Sugdians starting next turn, but I do want to have a second army ready to go as well, and I think that I should start training that right now. Because I plan on taking Caesarea next turn, I have Ardashir, my faction leader here. He is the one who's very good at converting places, And I'm considering moving him out of Tarsus and bringing him to this fort, although he doesn't have to stay in the fort if I'm being honest here. But I think I do want to keep the rest of the troops here in Tarsus just to kind of make sure that they are happy. And yeah, they're going to be fine here. So yeah, let's just bring him to the fort. He can hang out there for a turn, and then in the next turn he can reach Caesarea once I have finished taking it. So I think that for this turn, I'm probably good to go. I didn't build too much. I think I just put in a couple sewers and then training some Clibinari basically. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of money to spend, but here we go. Save has been dropped. Turn has been ended. Here we go. And yeah, I should get another assassin as well. Like in this area, you know, not just... Yeah, lost, what's his name? Shaxa? Something? Whatever his name is, he will be missed. Yeah, he was a good assassin. I think he was with me from the beginning. That would explain why he was so fantastic. So 6,000 in the treasury, that feels good. And then Jahangir, welcome to the family, kiddo. And army barracks in Hatra, that's going to be allowing me to train those Sogdian warriors finally. And yeah, we got an assassin, Narsakia, spy, and Artaxarta, and some units trained up as well. Yeah, let's check it out. Look at these guys. It's Sogdian warriors. Attack of 10, charge bonus of 4, so 14 attack on the charge, and then 19 defense. 7 of that is armor, 9 from defense skill, 3 from the shield, and 610 to recruit. Upkeep is a 264. And how does it take 2 turns to train? Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's too bad. Effective against armor, good morale, and can sap. So Sogdian warriors are the finest infantry available to the Sassanid Empire. Tough, well-disciplined, heavily armed, and armored, they are a match for most other civilized soldiers. Traditionally, Eastern armies have always produced weak infantry types, men who are often a little better, and no more willing than military slaves. Sogdians, on the other hand, are a professional corps of fighters who can be expected to stand in a battle line and behave with great courage. Their equipment is lavish by the standards of previous times, and their armor is cleverly padded to give some relief under the hot sun. Sogdians should be seen as being the equals in many ways of the best of the Roman legions and their superiors in some respects too. How about that? Yeah, definitely going to start pumping these guys out here in Hatra. That's going to feel good. Getting the cav going here in Antioch. Man, it sucks having just like an entire army of like stuff that takes 2 turns to train. That's just really brutal. Yeah, that's pretty rough, but it's worth it because it's fun. Okay, Roxolani, what do you think you're doing, guys? What do you think you're doing? Oh, hello. Hello. I mean, this isn't my territory. This is rebel territory, so that's not a provocation for war yet. Okay. Let's get that spy up here. Yeah, you start coming up here. We need to get some eyes up here. And then assassin, you as well. Start getting up there. And then for these, yeah, let's see, you...
Orders?
Come over here and here. And who are you, Roxolani assassin? Oh, you are. Okay. What's your skill? You have three skill points? Okay. Yikes. How's my assassin? One skill point, talent for assassination. Okay, well, you are going to have to get trained up, and there's no rebel generals for me to train you up on, unfortunately. Yeah, that's going to get a little bit dicey. Maybe we can use this like army captain. Maybe you can train yourself up on him. Without further ado, let us now come in here and attack Caesarea. In fact, should I have... You know what? Do I want Melchior to command this? I really do. I really do. So, yeah, can we do a little swaparoo here? Oh no, oh my god. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted at all. Well, okay, at least it's not like a dire situation or anything like that. It's still annoying. I didn't need that army to reinforce. I didn't. while they're in the neighborhood, they can take out this unit of brigands as well. So that's fine. It's fine. But God, that's so annoying. I thought that they were right next to each other. Yeah, that was weird. Anyway, all right.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, let's go. It's nothing too scary, really. Basically, it's just the general's bodyguard unit that's going to be the toughest guy to fight here. And does he have anything that makes him hard to kill? I'm not seeing... Not really. Just the 2 stars. Okay, let's go get him. The main part of my army is going to be getting stationed right up here, up front, but I think I'm going to be making a push down here, actually, because I think the tower situation's going to be a bit easier down here, I think. And here is my sapping point. I will use it if I feel like I need to, but I'm not going to force the issue if I don't feel like I need to. But down here, I think is the easiest place for my towers to kind of attack. So let's just get started right away and see. There's no opposition on this part of the wall, so that's interesting. And then moving on over to the front, who's here? It's just going to be, looks like it's a small unit. Just the archers? Just a 7-man unit of archers, actually? Okay. Well, in that case, I'm kind of tempted to just go on in. Yeah, we can take that, and sure, the Veterani are going to take some damage, but I mainly just need them for taking the walls. Once I'm inside of the city, my spears can hold well enough, and my archers and horse archers can kind of just shoot guys down while my spears do all of the holding, so that should be fine. Then who's this? Limitani are right there, okay. So Limitani are there, and there's no one on this side, eh? Okay, that's fine. That makes it easier for me. We're gonna take a lot of casualties though from these towers. These towers and these tier 4 walls are just very, very powerful.
With swords and fire!
Well, they are entering the tower. That feels good because that like whole minute where they just stand there and get shot. Oh, that's so stressful. That's so stressful. It is my understanding that the towers in this game, but the tier 4 towers in particular, can be rather challenging because they can bug out and not get on the towers sometimes. So I'm happy that was not the case in this battle. So yeah, it looks like they're entering up here as well. And are those archers? Did they just get blasted by my tower? Is that what just happened? I don't see any bodies. Okay, well, I'm gonna wait until these towers are captured before I bring on the rest of my army. Right off the bat, we're met by some mercenary Allen horse archers, so let's swing down here and take this tower so it can start to fire back at them, and then you guys can run down here so that you can take that tower as well. Otherwise, we're just going to be getting shot, and we can't return fire until we bring these slingers and archers. You guys can come on up. And there we go. Now we can start to shoot back at these guys. And you just keep going for now. Take this gate house. What are you, Comita Tenseis? So yeah, you're going to be getting shot by towers as well. And now you guys turn around and take that tower as well. My javelins are on top of the wall, and then they can start tossing their payload down into these mercenary Sarmatians down here. Yeah, that feels good. Getting rid of a lot of these units before we even have to go down into the city streets does feel good. Okay, so this tower still belongs to the Romans. Let's go over here and take it. And I'm going to bring my archers up on the walls as well. Instead of bringing them straight on into the city streets, which, oh, I don't know, like maybe now is the time to do that, but there is still some roaming units hanging about, and I don't mind taking this opportunity to continue to take the walls and, you know, take any opportunities to kill units on the outside before I have to make my march onto the city center. I have now brought my spearmen into this city, and the city center is going to be in this direction. So if I just come down here and then take a left, I should make it to the city center. At first I was like, well, is that it? But no, that's the Christian cathedral, which is pretty cool. And there's definitely like still a lot of units roaming around getting picked off by my towers. So that is still happening, but I figured I may as well start to make my move now. So let's see, spears can kind of come up here, and then archers, I have archers up top, and I mean, there's still these units, they're kind of roaming around, so I may as well keep archers on the walls for now? Yeah, that seems okay. And I will bring them down off of the walls, maybe when we come down to this little section, maybe that's a good idea. And let's see, so 2 spears can definitely get swarmed. So let's bring in my general to make sure he's escorting them. And then what do we have here? Slingers and spearmen? Yeah, you guys come in as well. These are the guys that were over by the sapping point, ended up not using it. That's fine, they can come over. And then horse archers, just be ready. Be ready to be around when and if I need you. These Sarmatians are in a bad spot. They think that they want to skirmish with my spears, but man, I got archers on the roof or on the wall, should I say, and they're going to be taking some volleys here pretty soon. Yeah, I think, are my guys shooting? They should be. Yeah, they're shooting from those walls, and they have a great angle. Perfect, yeah. Any opportunity we can get to get these guys down before we get onto the city center is gonna be very nice. So yeah, let's keep pouring some fire on into them. They're starting to melt, and yeah, we're making our move now. So the spears, let's see, I don't want to scare them off. If they want to stand there and get shot by my archers, that is fine. I have now made my way to the city center without any further incident, and I'm ready to start shooting on into this group here. What do we have here? Mercenary Equites, Veterani, and some peasants, and I think so the general's going to be in there, the 15-man unit of bodyguard. I do still have some units back on the walls up here, and then over here, and I think I have slingers over there as well. But I think that this group of infantry is going to be enough to get the job done here. Let's see, are we shooting at the household bodyguard? I think, are we shooting at them? Let's have this unit of archers also on fire at will. And yeah, be my guest, guys. If you want to charge right on into my spears, let's get my levy of spears just kind of lined up on top of each other, like here. And come on, are we gonna bait these guys into us? I know they're getting some shots in there. Well, I wonder where he is going. Yeah, that's interesting. He's going to church. That's what he's doing. He's going to church. Well, if he goes around the outside of the city, he's going to find that, I own all of those towers, and he's going to be very disappointed. I think, is he losing men, actually? I think, is he getting picked off? Because I have, like, slingers and stuff and archers up here, too. So he might get getting shot by stuff. Where, let's see, can I get a better... Yeah, he's just going to be getting shot here by my archers. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's down to 11 men, and he's probably going to die to either my archers or the towers. Huh. Well, I'm kind of glad that I left some people up here. Because, yeah, he's getting pretty much wiped out. He's just going to come back to the city center? He's going to be like, nope, I can't get out. Let's just go back. I made a mistake. Well, my archers are now... You guys aren't charging off, are you? You're just hanging out there. Huh. Well, how about that? What, are the peasants going to charge off? Not the professional soldiers, but the peasants? Well, let's see if we can give our archers a better angle. Because I feel like... Wait a minute. Now, what are you guys doing? What, do you think that you're going to follow your brave leader and also go on a little bit of a tour? He's just running around. He's just getting shot. He's just getting shot by my units on the walls. That's hilarious. Okay, here we go. Here's the death or glory charge. Or death and glory. Yeah, so they're going to be getting shot in the face. Oh, do they want to pause? They're thinking about it. They're trying to decide if this is really what they wanted to do. Maybe we should just stand here and get shot first. And there we go. There's the charge into my spears. And they should be evaporating. Yeah, they're going to be going down very, very quickly. And then getting shot in the rear. So then all that is left on the plaza is going to be those peasants. Once those last 6 men are down, yeah, they're going to go try to go right back in, and no, they're going to get wiped out eventually. And that leaves, how many men left are in the general's bodyguard unit? 6 men? Well, my archers are now shooting at the peasants, and they're going to be dropping very quickly, and that just leaves this general guy. Yeah, he's down to 5 men. And are you guys shooting yourselves? Is that what's happening up here? Oh my god. Jesus. Took a lot of guys. You killed a lot of your men. Oh my god. What a mess. Oh man. That is bad. That's like not just like 1 or 2 guys. Like that's like an entire row of people. Jesus. Alright. Well, there's 5 men left in that bodyguard unit, and what do we have here? Are the peasants completely wiped out? Alright, it's time to get some guys. Alright, there's 2 men left in that unit of peasants. And we can get these spears on the plaza so that we can start to capture it, and we can force the general. There we go, that's the last peasant. And we will see if that general wants to fight on the plaza, or if he just wants to keep on doing whatever he's doing. Now he's coming back to the plaza to save it because the timer is now started. And I mean, I got archers here, so we can continue to shoot at him. We can also bring on our mercenary veteranis here. And here we go. So he's going to be taking a volley. My spears are going to be forming up, and they should be braced just in time. Perfect. He's down to 3 men. And I think that's going to be him right there. No, there he is. There he is. He looks pretty cool. He has a sweet golden helmet. But he's going to be struck down by my levy spears shortly, I would imagine. Go ahead, spears. You guys can go off of guard mode. Go in there. Hack that man down. What the? Oh my god. What was that? What was that, guys? Calm down. It's a stationary horseman. Do I need to send in my own general? Send in my own general. Yeah, maybe he can speed this up. There he goes. And that's going to be it. And Caesarea now belongs to us. Perfect. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've taken a settlement. So I did lose 137 men. But Caesarea is now ours, and I'm curious to see what the loot is going to be like. How much money are we going to get from this? I don't think that the trade is going to be insane. I could be wrong, but making 17,000 from looting. Okay, that's okay. And we're going to have to lower those taxes. We can retrain the levy spears, the desert archers, the slingers, and the javelins. And we can also, let's see, train peasants. I mean, it's a full stack, so there's going to be nowhere for those peasants to go other than hang out outside of the settlement. So I don't think that's going to be the move. I think the move is going to be... So how much is it actually making? 1,500 total. That's something. Yeah, farm is 748. Okay, that's sounds like a lot. 559 from trade and 200 from mining, and we can upgrade the mines as well. We can upgrade the trade caravan. So yeah, there's some stuff we can do here. How is corruption? There's 0 corruption. Yeah, nice. Nice. All right. And do we get anything from building a port? We get a little something from that. Nothing too crazy, but something. And a royal road. Ooh, that's a big boost. Holy shit. Yeah. Wow. That's what I want. I want the royal road. Yeah, that's what I want. And we're already at 41% Zoroastrian here. And Zoroastrianism is causing 40% of our unrest because we haven't, made it our official religion by destroying the church yet. So you're not going to need to be here too long, actually. So let's send, is it Court Dad? Yeah, let's send Court Dad down here to the fort. Ardashir come up to Caesarea. And then how is this conversion? Is it going to be happening? 60% conversion rate. Yeah, nice. Nice. So next turn we should... next turn we should build that temple. So we shouldn't start building this, actually. Because we're going to start building Zoroastrian shrines starting next turn. That's fine. And we can only... Yeah, we can't recruit that much stuff here, actually. This is all tier 2 stuff. I think archers are tier 3. Okay. Yeah, that's a little lame. Still, though. Still, feels good to have taken that. Yeah, resistance is futile. And so now this army, once it's done going on its little vacation and killing these brigands, it's going to come down here to Antioch and get retrained. And then this army, I suppose, can just kind of hang out for now up here in eastern Anatolia and just, you know, watch this front. And they're also going to be somewhat in the vicinity just in case they need to come up here and calm things down with the Roxolani if that indeed happens. So this is an okay spot for them, I think. For now, I'm going to be spending my money on the Silk Road here in Antioch, just because it's going to be giving me a pretty decent little boost of, what, almost 200 denarii? That looks decent. And then I was looking around at my other options for economic upgrades, and honestly, nothing really stood out to me. It's something that I have to, I think, get better at, because in my Julii and Egypt campaigns, I think I was a little bit inefficient when it comes to trying to build economy stuff everywhere, because that's kind of the way to do it in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1, is just to build the economy stuff everywhere, really. Not exactly, but, you know, for the most part, yes. And I think that in this game, it's more important to really make sure that you're getting some decent money back, because these buildings do take so long to build and because they're so expensive. So, like an instance, for an example, up here in Arsacia, I think I was looking at, like, Grand Bazaar, you know, making... what, like another 60-ish, 70-ish denarii per turn for a building that costs 4,800. You know, it's like, you know, like, I don't know. It does grant other stuff. I understand that. It does give, I think the Grand Bazaar is going to be giving another 0.5% to population growth, I think. Because these are already available from the previous buildings. So it's not just the other, like, 60 denarii or 70 denarii. There's more to it, but still, it's like, is that really what I need out here over in Arsacia? Is that going to be important? Fraspa, same thing, right? Like, Bazaar. And, you know, it gives me another 30 denarii for a building that costs 3,200? 2,400. Still, it's like, oh man, it doesn't seem good enough, you know? But again, like, the Bazaars do allow you, these ones do give you the assassins. Where the Grand Bazaar, you know, is the upgrade, right? So this is the one that I would want if I wanted to have more places where I can train assassins, which is fine, but I need to get better at planning my cities when it comes to making sure that, okay, so places that are my economic places, like my economic settlements, need to be more about training navies and agents, and that way when I build those economic buildings like markets and bazaars, it's not just for the money, it's also that I can train stuff there. And that way I can make sure that I'm not wasting time on military installations building economic stuff, and I'm focusing on, oh, now I can actually spend the money on a blacksmith or an armor. And I think that's going to be a good idea here in Hatra. Now, Hatra isn't the biggest money maker for me, I don't think. Like, it definitely has, like, land trade for sure. But I think that... I mean, I'm looking at the Spice Road, and I'm thinking, you know, do I really... You know, it's like it's like 90 denarii. It's like not nothing, right? It's not nothing, but since I'm going to be training Sogdian warriors here, and, you know, that's going to be the primary arm of my military, not primary, but a good, you know, punching part of my military going forward, why not get a blacksmith? That upgrades the weapons for my units, so I may as well get that here. I already have a blacksmith built in Antioch that was already, I think it came with Antioch, I'm assuming. So once this Silk Road is finished here, it would be a good idea, I think, to build the armor so that I can get some armor as well for the units that are trained up here. So that is going to be the plan moving forward. And do I want to build... I think that I saw that I had a... I think you're not great, are you? And you're 24, you're still young. Ooh, that's 15% Zoroastrian conversion. That's good. That's something. But it's tempting to also build some academies up here. And that's another thing. Like, you know, trying to figure out where and how to use academies, because again, it's like other buildings, they're expensive and they do take time. So in a place where I'm not really doing much, like these northern provinces, maybe an academy is the right option. Now it's a little tough because that means bringing a general or a character into a part of the empire where it's not going to be super crucial, but maybe that's the perfect option anyway. You know, put him somewhere where it's not going to be super crucial. He can still be used if he has to fight against, rowdy neighbors, but in the meantime, he can also be learning and reading in an academy. So yeah, maybe building an academy here in Artaxata is not the worst idea. 1,600 denarii for that tier 1 academy, and then I can bring, so it's going to be you, Kuru, I think? Yeah, Kuru. You come back over to Artaxata, and that way, is it Kortad? Sorosh. Sorosh will be hanging out here in Kotais with the army, keeping an eye on the Roxolani, and we have a little force here in Artaxata as well. Do I want to bring over these guys? How does Fraspa look without them? Is it bad? Are we going to be okay? We'll be okay.
My liege.
So let's come on over here. Let's just train up another unit of peasants. And you as well have 2 peasants, so you're fine. And let's just get a few more units as well, as you know, just in case the brigands don't pop up and storm the settlement. Let us now go ahead and play one more end turn for this episode. Just want to get this, get Melchior's army a bit closer to my forces down in Antioch. Any movement? Not really. Those brigands moved. They moved a little bit closer. They made it easier for me. They're like, you know what? Just end it for me. We don't want to be alive anymore. Let's see, Caesarea, chill out, please. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, because I converted more people. So yeah, now they're at 64% Zoroastrian. So yeah, they want a shrine, and they want one now. So let's give it to them. Christian Cathedral. So that's going to be destroying 15-20% public order by getting rid of this. So that's going to hurt. But I think that, yeah, obviously we have to do it. Actually, no, that helped right away. So there we go. Let's get that Zoroastrian shrine in there. Perfect. And then we can start building maybe the tier 2 Zoroastrian shrine, and then get those upgraded mines right after that, and maybe the royal road as well. Getting royal roads feels good all the time. I like those. I like getting roads in this game. And then yeah, you guys come in here and take out those guys. You actually lost men from that. Jesus. All right. Now start making your way down to Antioch. And in Cairo, the garrison in Cairo, you guys, if you guys want to come out and play, I dare you. They're not going to, though. They're not going to. That'd be stupid. What is this here? Rebellion in the Western Roman Empire? Oh no, oh my god. How surprising. And then 18,000 in the treasury, that feels good. And Nabunaita. Ctesiphon has the royal palace, so it's a huge city now, I think, right? And sewers are built up as well. Yeah, huge city. Well, how about that? So yeah, you hang out here and go to school and start reading some books. Watch, right when I say that, watch some brigands just pop up. They need to be hunted down. Well, I'm not seeing any, so I think that's fine. Okay, and I have generals. So you're here. You're gonna be going to Tarsus. Yeah, you don't have anything to offer as a governor, do you? Other than your Zoroastrian conversion, which isn't much. Because I have an extra guy. You're coming on the way. Management. And then there's you as well. And then you have... You're a good general. You have Untouched by Fear. So maybe you can be sent to Salamis, perhaps? You're not a great guy for giving more money, but, you know, hey, you got 1 point of management, and I don't really have anything else for you to do right now, so... Yeah, you can go on over to Salamis. Boats can go over here. And in the meantime, yeah, we're just gonna keep building our armies up and getting ready for a push into Sidon and Philadelphia, Jerusalem, all that fun stuff. I just noticed that we can build a great school here in Ctesiphon. That's a cool building. I haven't seen that before, so I'm assuming that that's named differently. I think that... So what do we have? We have a scriptorium. Okay, let me check this out. What's the tier level for schools? Academies? So it's Academy, Scriptorium, and Great School. Okay, so the base game is called the Lugdus Magna, correct? And is that... I actually don't know what Lugdus Magna... If that's... Yeah, I don't know what that exactly means. Is that... I wonder... Was there just a school that was called that? And then in the game, they just called that, like, the top school in the game? And so it wouldn't have made sense for this time period, perhaps, as kind of, I don't know, that'd be my guess, I guess, yeah. Anyway, I like that they made schools in the Barbarian Invasion. I like that they gave them more to do, other than offering trait and ancillaries. You know, the bonus to law and the bonus to religious conversion does help, it really does, and it gives you a reason to build these things. So why not? Here I am in Ctesiphon, and I'm thinking... You know, like, why, although, I mean, an armorer, but yeah, it's so far back. Like, Ctesiphon is, you know, the only thing that I'm really training here is elephants. Although I could train these other forms of cav as well. I don't want to train infantry back here because it's just so far away from other stuff. So that seems like a waste. Although, I've been wondering for a while now, and I have the money to do this, I've been wondering for a while, like, I know that in Barbarian Invasion we can train these generals' bodyguard units, which you can't do in the base game. And I've wondered if this gives you like an extra character, an actual person with stats that can actually build forts and stuff. And I don't know, I've been told that it does give you a character, but I don't know. It takes 4 turns to train. That's a hell of a long time. So maybe it does give you a character. Like you would kind of want it to, if you're going to spend 4 turns training something, for Pete's sake. That's a long time. So this is my experiment. I want to see if that gives us another character to work with by training that. If it doesn't, then it's kind of like, what's the point, you know? I know, I get it, it's a good unit, but, you know, it's 4 turns. Jesus, you can train 4 units in 4 turns. Well, not the Sassanids, we can train 2 units in 4 turns, but still. I'm going to try to get some money here for map information from the Franks, who I've finally found. I've been trying to find them for a while here. And they want trade and map information. You know, gosh, could you give me all of that, but then also give me a little bit of money? What about 500? Anything? And they think this is better. They just want to do that. That's fine. I'll accept that, and that's going to give me some more map information as well. Not a ton, I guess, but a little bit. Moving forward, the next few turns might start to speed up here, as we are just going to be focusing on training Sogdians here in Hatra, and then getting armies ready to go in Antioch so that I can start to move south into the eastern Mediterranean provinces here. And I keep going over this, and I keep thinking about, like, do I want to build an army barracks somewhere else other than Hatra, just so that I can start pumping out Sogdian warriors faster? You know, I can get them here in Ctesiphon, I can get them out here in Artaxarta, Phespa, and Arsacia, I believe, and it's hard to say because these places just have like tier 1 barracks. So we'd just be going for a tier 2 barracks right here. No, that's a tier 3. So we would just need this and then the army barracks. So this is only 2 buildings away from getting the Sogdians here in Artaxarta. That's not that bad. I just started building an academy up here. But that's going to be finished in 2 turns. I might consider doing that. And that way I can start producing Sogdians up here as well. Again, not super ideal. It's a long way away from my front. But that's just how it is playing as the Sassanids. That's why people that play the Sassanids don't typically train Sogdians, because they're tier 4 units, and this is a lot of ground to cover, and you can only train them in your starting regions, which is like, oh geez, so I'll never use them. But I want to, as you know. So I want to use them, and they're going to be my armies. I think I'm going to be including them in my armies when we march south. However, that is all going to have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Conasip playing Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. Thank you very much, and goodbye.